What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James. 22 years selling full-time on eBay. We're Monday morning, February 12th, 2024. How weird will that sound in 100 years from now when somebody's watching it, just happens to stumble across this video? Wow, that was 2024? All right, the weekend. So the weekend, I always consider like Friday through Sunday. So the weekend sales, $2,109 for 3 days. Down 14% from last year. So not too bad right there. Better than what it normally has been compared to last year. And of course, compared to like this time last month, up 22%. So, and that was before I started, because this time last month I was doing 15 or 20% promoted. So February is up from January, 22.5%. And that's with lower percentages. So that is good there. I went ahead, Friday I had this little blank of sales during the middle of the day Friday. Or was it late? I don't remember. But anyway, I went ahead and went up 1 more percent. So I'm at like 5 and, or is it? No, it's 4 and 6% now. And then I went ahead and started an off-site ads, promotions. And I'm only going to do, I remember lower dollars being better for me. So I put it at $10 a day. So it takes a few days to get started. It hasn't started as of yesterday. So we'll bring that into play now and see how that works. Since I'm paying lower percentage on the main stuff, selling a couple of extra items a day, if whatever they average, I don't remember what they averaged out to, off eBay is an advertising sacrifice, if you will. So we'll see if we can incorporate a little bit of that into my store. So to break it down, Friday was $847. Saturday was $655. Yesterday was $607. The thing about yesterday, though, 7:30 p.m., everything just cut off. I had over 13 hours with one sale. So 7:30 last night just shut off. And in theory, it kind of makes sense. Hey, if people are watching the Super Bowl, the majority of people are watching the Super Bowl, let's go ahead and start working on the site a little bit early tonight. That being said, too, I had the lowest amount of offers to watchers than ever this morning. Even when I was doing 0%. I only had 10 to send out this morning. Normally, it's 20 to 30. So that kind of says something right there also. So definitely, in my opinion, a big shutdown last night. But, it's Sunday night. They always do big ones on Sunday nights. That kind of throws into my other theory that they do big updates, maintenance, and shutdowns on Sunday nights. So there we go. That plays into that too. So this morning we were at $9.45. I'm only at $61. Unless some more things have sold. Nope, $61. So starting out a little slow because of that big shutdown overnight. So, but not a bad weekend. And at low percentage, of course, I've made all my low dollar goals and then some. So bonus. Got to find something that rhymes with that. Bonus, winner, chicken dinner. Bonus. Down 12.3% on the overall. But when I checked the numbers for February yesterday, down 21% compared to last month for the whole entire month. But net sales up 27%. So everything's looking good. Going in the right direction. Just going to keep on listing. So See what the breakdowns were. Friday, the $850 day. 43 items sold, 23 organic, 20 promoted. So almost that even split. Saturday, 50 items sold. I had one of my returning customers come in and buy several hats. He just comes straight into my store, so those are organic sales. So 32 organic, 18 promoted. Yesterday, 26 items sold, 13 organic, 13 promoted. So even, perfectly even. So the 4 and 6 may be exactly perfectly where I want it, but yesterday was not a full day of sales. So we're right there. So that's why I decided to go ahead and do a little offsite and see if we can incorporate that into it also. So 4 sales as of this morning, 3 organic, 1 promoted. So I think, again, my volume game is what's helping me here, even at the lower percentage. Like I said before, I was always afraid to go lower because I would try the dynamic and my sales would plummet. So I always put that along with lower percentages in my head. So that's why I always kind of feared it. So I'm glad I just decided to shut it all off and start from scratch. So it's working out for the best. So good to see. Questions and comments. Since I haven't done much, I was making a little, some little shorts here and there, like 3 shorts or whatever, when it popped in my head. My joke about Make Me President, and instead of calling people black or white, I'd have a skin graph chart. Reminds me of Peter Griffin. I forgot all about that. I remember that now. Found that high dollar video game in storage. Put it up for $799, knowing my 10% would kick in. So we'll see what that ends up selling for. They've sold for anywhere from $700 to $800. So we will see. That was a little bit from my old collection when I had my game room. So I still got my Virtual Boy. I still got all my hard systems, my consoles, in a box somewhere in storage. So I'm not 100% if I'll sell those yet or not. Probably. Those are like the last things I'm letting go. Let's see. I think you have too much stuff on your site. I just give up looking in the end. You need to get rid of some of your old stuff. Well, you need to stop being so lazy and keep looking. That's a joke. They are broke down by categories. More on that. My goofy statement. This is hoarding. That's what I guess they're probably not a reseller, I'm guessing. That's what even some resellers will say what I do is hoarding. But the difference between a reseller and a business is a reseller is only going to see this as hoarding, where a business person sees it as a good business decision I made over the past 20 years. When you have 5 storage areas that are completely paid off and you can consistently pull product from there, including a $700 game. I sold 2 of the other ones, and then I've got one here to ship out this morning of those Nintendo Virtual Boy games. So no, not hoarding. It is a business. If you walked into a Walmart warehouse, would you call them hoarding? No, they're a business. The only difference between me and Walmart is their stuff's not paid off. Well, technically probably is. Probably technically it is. At the end of the day, if they stop today, it'd probably technically all be paid off. If they stop buying today, technically it'd be paid off. But same thing in my eyes. So, but it's only better to my advantage being I am basically a one-person show and have millions of dollars worth of merchandise paid off. So, and hoarding are people who keep the stuff. I'll let it all go for a price. So, don't get confused. It looks so messy but so organized for me to get off a comforting, nostalgic feeling for some unknown reason. It gives off a comforting nostalgic. That's my office space. Perfect fire starter. Why would you want to burn down my house? In a cruel world, it's hard to smile, but you always find a way to lift me up. That's an old video. Not sure what was on that one. And make eBay great again, please. The weekend has been slow. And then a follow-up, oh my God, it's crazy. No new offers to send and only one sale since February 9th. I mean, I was going to make a video yesterday and I forgot all about it. And I was just going to go over everything that I do. I was just going to basically try to cover the gamut as my idea for the video. To see if there's anything that maybe I may miss or you may miss. And see if anything clicks to help you guys out. Everything from how many of what items I have, like how many CDs I have, how many hats I have, how many, break it all down. And then these are my percentages. This is when I changed it. This is what I'm doing. And just kind of go into the nano world of breaking it all down. Just in case that you go, hey, I'm going to try that and do it and your sales flourish or something, So I forgot to do that. So maybe I'll this week, I'll jot down some notes with that thought in mind and kind of make it a more methodical video. Since you've been a reseller for so long, do you buy less junk or unnecessary stuff for yourself? Like if you have stuff in your house just sitting there, you'd rather sell it than collect dust, right? Yeah, I don't collect much myself. And anything I do collect is most of it, well, not most of it yet, but a lot of it's up in the store already. So at inflated prices. So if somebody wants to buy it. But yeah, I think I only have one thing that I would not sell, and that's my Curious George plush that I got when I was 8 years old, who went into the hospital with me to get my tonsils and that taken out. Still has his hospital name band on. That's probably the only thing I wouldn't get rid of. Anything else it's only stuff. It can come and go. Come and go. Not attached to anything. But then there's like my new Atari system that I bought that I kind of put back. It's a very elevated price for hoping that one day I can get back to playing video games. The only thing that looks normal in that room is this dog sleeping. Better yet, can you make eBay work for 24 hours with no issues? And stop these damn updates every 2 hours, right? Was listening to Craigslist Hunter the other day. He said that his sales were down 27% in 2023 in his store and around the same on eBay. What we've been experiencing with eBay is far greater than 27% though. Let me see what my 2023 was compared to 2022. So last year compared to the prior year. Let me take this off for a while that's coming up. A strawberry shortcake hat. All right. So my 2023 on just the eBay US site did $252,187. and I was only down 16%. And a lot of that I think is self-inflicted because I took kind of the summer lackadaisical. I didn't worry about how much I was putting up or anything. If I would have pounded through the year like I normally do, I probably would have been even, I would think, for 2023. Low dollar volume game. That's the way I kind of look at it. Even when times are rough, people are still going to buy. They're just going to spend less. So my average sale per item in 2023 was $15.10. So I know Craigslist Hunter usually sells higher dollar stuff, so at least on eBay. So that could have a little bit to do with it also. So, yeah, and I'm going to, once the weather starts coming around, I'm going to, I'll talk about it while I'm shipping, but I already got a scheduled planning out. So I've been working on it for the last month or so. And so when I continuing to work on it, so when I get into the warmer weathers, I can take the time off to go exercise and stuff. So I'm working it all into the plan, but I'll get into that when I'm shipping. Be something to talk about, I guess. My sales stopped suddenly for no obvious reason. Oh, what was the rest of this Craigslist Hunter thing? Another reseller I keeping up with selling around the same on Posh as they are eBay. Yeah, it seems that's happening to a lot of people. That's my experience as well. In fact, outselling eBay on Posh through the end of 23. eBay is definitely broken. I don't think it's anything we're doing. Combine broken eBay with the 27% decline in business and sales is a mess. Yeah, I mean, if I had a full 24 hours days of sale, and honestly, a lot of my higher dollar stuff used to go overseas. Two of my highest video games I put up going to the UK. So taking away my overnight sales is not only taking away sales and my international sales, but some of my higher dollar sales. So once eBay stops going down for maintenance almost every freaking night, I think that's when you're going to really see a night and day, at least in my numbers. All right, let's do some shipping, I guess. Let's see. Go back to all these closed out. All right, that just sold. That sold. Haven't pulled that. Haven't pulled that. Haven't pulled that. Those aren't. And I got that. Those. Got those. All right. It's only a few to ship out as of right now. So we're up to $82 now at 10 o'clock. So almost near my 150 low end purchase shipping label. Yeah, yesterday was doing good. I had 300 by 3 o'clock. And then just started slowing down. And then at 7:30, just all stopped. Let's see here. Jomi Wilson. Ooh, Celtics Treasures. Sold for $9.95. Headed to Florence, Oregon. So let's see, my what I've been working on. So when it comes to listing and stuff on eBay, right now I've got over 1,500 drafts, meaning all the pictures are taken. So what I'm doing now is when I get stuff in or pull stuff from storage, it goes immediately into processing, which is taking pictures on drafts. So boom, 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 I knock all those out and get them up on my shelves. So I got 1,500 items with pictures taken, waiting to be listed. Vertical Force Virtual Boy game. That sold for $40, headed to Greenfield, Wisconsin. It's going to Australia. Remove that. Not this, but a CD. Let's go. Here's what I'll do on this. Should be all right like this. So what kind of my schedule, I think I'm doing like Sundays is my cleanup day. So Sunday, well, I'll start with Monday, I guess. Monday, I start listing from these drafts. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and as of right now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and as of right now, Friday, I work on those drafts. If I happen just to get a bug up my butt, I can go to the storage and pull out one box, go ahead and start processing that in the middle of the week also. And or it might jump the I always forget the word I try to use there. Like the conveyor belt, the order. I always forget. There's a word I like using for that, and I always forget it. But the stages of my listing process. It can jump to the front of it if it's something good, like those video games. They jump to the front of everything and we're listed immediately. Friday and Saturday, I did a lot of those CD promo singles. I like those. I enjoy them. One is something a little different, so those jump the line. And Friday and Saturday, I'm leaving open for whatever. So if I want to jump line stuff, if I want to just pick and choose, more of a relaxed days on Friday and Saturday. But Monday through Thursday is just let's get as much up as we can. And then Sundays is my cleanup day, where if I got anything laying around on my desk or anything, I get it removed, get it pictures taken, get it situated, donated, whatever. Cleanup time. To get ready for Monday morning and start pounding stuff out. So that's kind of my listing process from here going forward. That also throws in, like, if Jan went to the bins and just did some light shopping on Saturday and Sunday. She had both days off and I didn't feel like going. So I'm like, go ahead if you want to go. So I just popped those into the rotation, and some of the higher dollar cassettes she found, I went ahead and those jumped the line and went up yesterday. The rest took pictures of them, put them in line. I'm still trying to think of the word. The production line. Yeah, like that's it. The production line. Like I think of like Henry Ford invented the production line, right? So it goes into line, waiting to be listed. And then today I start pounding out on the oldest of drafts. Now the next step I'm working on is, let me see if I got a better one of this. So I don't have to resurface if necessary. There we go. Ooh, $20 for a plush. Where was I? I was getting ready to say something. The next step or part of that step? Dagnabbit, James. All right, so pounding out the line. I forget where I was going with that. But, okay. So she buys stuff that gets jumped in there. They can go in. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's where I was going. I'm trying to decide on how to do this next step. Now, one of the biggest slowdowns for me is finding a home for it. And I'm also in the process of changing out these totes with boxes so I can fit more in them and they fit better into the shelving. So this week I'm going to work out what I want to do better. What I want to do is either sometimes I just bring them down and find homes. I'll bring a box up, and I kind of want to take that, I definitely got to fit, instead of just bringing things down like 10 or 20 at a time, sticking them somewhere and going back, I need to get to that project of switching the boxes over, switching the totes over to boxes. So I'm thinking might just, instead of do not list Monday through Thursday, but just finish drafts. Boom, boom, boom. And then when Friday gets here, I use that whole day to list those drafts, meaning finding homes for them. If I come across something that's high dollar during the week, I think I want to at least get like 10 items listed a day in this process of doing this, maybe my 10 highest dollars I come across, because then too, eBay will share some of my listings every day onto social media. So I definitely want to have something listed every day. But I think for the majority, I might just put it all off until Friday and then start the box project, and just Friday be all day the box project and listing. Because it's better to do a lot of the same thing at one time because it's quicker. That also too, meaning it's already at the weekend on Friday, so things that are not listed anymore, then I can deal with them, whether they go back into the line or they get donated, one or the other. And then I can deal with all that on one day. So I think that's where I'm headed. So I'm playing with that idea this week. So you may only see 10 or 20 items listed per day from me. And then Friday, I might just pound out a bunch that day. So I can do that whole project to get everything transferred over, get basically everything cleaned up. So one day a week can be just straight doing that. So I think as of right now, that's where I'm headed. So I'm going to give that a play. Why I'm trying to build an exact schedule, if you will, so that once these warmer weathers hit, when a certain time comes, I can say, oh, I'm done working. Because I know what I need to get done. It'll help me focus better. Because my exercising schedule is going to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. For bike riding. And it'll be like either 3 to 5 or 4 to 6. Riding my bike around the Creveport Lake. And then every Sunday, I'm going hiking. I will take that, $20 for that little monkey plush. Got another one of my birthday toppers, Piglet number 5, my Pooh and Friends. I had like a couple hundred of these when I started out with them. Sold for $5, headed to Tennessee. Keep that money coming. So, if I can get a schedule up, I won't feel... My biggest thing about exercising is I feel guilty that I'm not working. So if I build me a schedule and I am able to focus and get stuff done, then I won't feel guilty about stopping. So that's what I've been building the schedule for. See, one thing about knowing yourself is figuring yourself out, knowing what makes you do the things you do so that you can create, I don't know, the way I look at it is I can create a better life for myself. If I know I can talk myself out of stuff easily because I'm feeling guilty about not getting work done, then the answer to that is build a schedule. And during these hours, you only do X, Y, Z. Boom, boom, boom. And then so when this hour comes, you stop. That's your time. So that's what I got to do to make it work in this noggin of mine. This old noggin of mine. Well, these sales are coming in. I'll ship these out, and then I'm going to check where I'm at dollar-wise already. All right, we got, are you ready for a CD line? Yeah. These are some, what's weird is these are some recent CDs I put up, and then the other day, when I was kind of looking at my store, I came across this CD and I go, I wonder why that hadn't sold. Hour later, it sells. I love when that happens. That needs resurfaced. Okay, so we got one in here that needs resurfaced. And, oh, this is going to be a mess. I got to grab a... Not too bad. I've got my boxes down here, but they're not organized yet. So I don't even have the right size package to get to, but we gotta leave that open anyway. Let's do 4, and that will be economy, so that's medium mail. I recognize that name. These are repeat buyers. Haley and Roscoe. I remember those names. Haley and Roscoe. And this item I picked up. I had in upstairs in storage when I was doing my hard rock video channel. I picked this up on a guy's trip in the Smoky Mountains at that flea market. Before you turn on that main road going to the Smoky Mountains, there's that big flea market there. So I picked this up there. I think he had 10 on it. I offered him 7. This was probably 4 or 5 years ago. And so it's been in my storage room for all that time and sold for $80. So headed to Louisiana. So bitty bam. A nice $80. Let me see if I got guess. I could probably do that. Put a small box in here to help it out a little bit. Give it a little bit more rigidity. So it doesn't get damaged. I should get one that better fit in there. Let me grab a smaller box. I think I know where one is. Perfect, actually. Perfecto mundo, the exact size. Perfecto mundo. that is not going to go priority. I mean, media. 110. Media is 4. Ground is 6. Ground it is. Tommy. And that's international. So that's my plan. Get my work schedule dialed in. Because from today on, I am concentrating on becoming even sexier than I already is. That means today, during the cold weather, what I'm going to do is, at 4 o'clock, I'm going to run the steps for 30 minutes. Then I pool at 4:30. And I jump in the bathtub. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So if I am not sweating on my video this evening, hold me accountable. How come you didn't run the stairs, James? You're going to be a fat ass, James. Just tear into me. Let me have it. That starts today. All right. Let me have it. Dun, 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 dun. You're gonna look like the Michelin Man, James. You better get that body moving. Get that body moving. Get that body moving. Get that body moving. And then we've got one up pirate ship. And that is one of the CDs I put up Friday or Saturday. They Might Be Giants. Promo CD single. Headed to Australia. Sold for $6. I just got to figure out if I'm holding everything or most everything till Friday. I got to figure out how I'm doing that. I could use mail totes, but I don't want to use a mail tote for a whole week. I like using them only for a day, so when I'm using them up there, I can bring them down, and then they're down here to be used to go out. So I guess what I can do is I've got plenty of these big boxes that I'm switching over, so I can use some of those. That'll kind of make sense too, and then they'll already be built for when I do switch them over. So that's what I'll do. I'll just have to find a place to sit them while I'm doing all this. So I'll have to figure that out. So we're gonna figure all that out this week. Get off my hand. So that's the plan as of right now. And we're going to tweak said plan as best as we can. $6 to make it work. Because everything else is rolling, you know? Life is rolling. The business is rolling again. I don't have to think too much right now about it. Now it's time to put that thought back on me. The thought hasn't been on me since probably 2015. Because even getting out for bike riding when my dad was here, it was more of an escape. It was more of a mental escape than worrying about it, just to take a break, as a caregiver, 24/7, just to get that hour break in. So it wasn't even really about me. It was just about a break, I guess. So for the first time since 2015, it's going to be about me again. And I think I've dotted all my I's and crossed all my T's to get here. What I mean by that is mentally, I'm fine now. Sure, I'll still cry about Vern when I start talking about details, like I did the other day. And just thinking about what I said the other day is making me tear up. So, of course, I'm going to, still be sad. But I'm fine to put me back first now. And I got baby girl. But, so now it's just getting the business back on a schedule. Or really probably the first time ever on a schedule. So that I can pay attention to myself in 2024. And the last time I did in 2015, I was at 195, the weight I'm at now, and got down to 175. So I know I can do it and it can be done. It's just doing it without distraction. So doing all these things will eliminate the distractions. So I won't feel guilty. All right. So we were at 20 after 10. I'm at $205. Phew. Went from 85 to 205 in 20 minutes. So I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. So, like I said, I think it's my volume. My sell-through rate is 2 to 3%. My promoted sell-through rate is up near 5 to 6%. Let me see if the outside promoted started today yet. I'll keep a close eye on that this week. My overall off-site campaign landed at $959 spent, $3,000 made, with a return on sale or ad spend at 3.17. So I was hoping to stay, over 5. Then I accepted over 3, so that's at least over 3. And that's running about 30% per item. But like I said, this is not eBay sales. This is basically Google sales or search engine sales. So you're getting, 196 sales. That's 196 customers you may not have had prior that you can now send coupons to. That could turn into long-term buyers, repeat buyers. Sale conversion rate 2.33 on that. So not good. But since I am doing the rest so low now. All right, so we've already started, got 78 clicks, 2 items sold. Spent a total of $7.50 so far, made $28. 3.68 return on ad spend. So there we go. So we're off to the races there. So we'll see What I'm going to do also probably today is get an average from the past week on my average dollar per day, so that I can compare that with this week's average. I want it to go up. It needs to go up if I'm using that off-site. It would be nice. What I'm hoping these off-site, even the clicks, will generate those items to go higher in the algorithm and generate more sales from people on eBay. So what I would like to see, an ideal, I would like to see my sales, my average per day from last week to this week, I would like to see it go up 30% with the offsite ads. That would be the ultimate goal. What would I be happy with? I have to run that number in my head first. Seeing how much I'm spending here to make that back over here. So like if I spent 100 in offsite ads, the difference there plus something over here. So I have to figure all that out. Give it some thought on how I would work those numbers. But I think ideally it would be 30%, especially if you're spending an extra 30 out here for each of those items, to have net sales go up 30%. I'm talking net go up 30%. That's a hot, chances of that happening is probably slim to none. So I've got to figure out what would be more realistic. So we're off. And those were both sold today. No. Wait. February 12th. Oh, yeah, today. Okay. Oh, no. Why is this so... Oh, because I got it split out so much. Let me... Okay. So 33 clicks yesterday. Let me put on sales. All right. So one sale was yesterday for $14.63, and one was $12.09 today. Let me see what that $12.09 is. I can narrow that down and see if we can figure out if eBay, somebody was saying that eBay was charging double fees. Okay, so that was going to be this Australia DVD that just sold, $12.09. That sold 25 minutes ago, so I should be able to go into payments now and see if eBay charged me extra on that. No. So at least on that one, I am not showing no extra double dipping, as we called it. Let me see if I can figure out yesterday's, and we'll check that one too. Whoops, go back to where you need to go, James. Did I click off of it? I guess I did. Let's go back and figure out yesterday's and see if they double dipped there. I don't think they would, but somebody said that they think they did. So let's see what yesterday's was. Yesterday was $15.63. So orders paid and shipped. We're doing $15.63. And I'm already a day past that. Huh. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong number. I think that's the total order. $15.63. Look for. There it is. So that's the Romeo and Juliet CD I just pulled. which is a CD. I'm surprised I sold at $9.95 because you can find them on eBay. If you typed in the Romeo and Juliet soundtrack, you're going to find thousands of these things on eBay under my price at $9.95. Yet this sold on the Google ads for $9.95. That's the positive of the outside ads. So let me get this order number. And we're going to search it and see if they double dipped on it or not. Oh, there it is. I was in the wrong spot. Okay. So that is the positive with the offsite ads. You can, you can sell items at a higher price than what your competition is on eBay. And boom, no double dip. So both of my items thus far have not been double dipped. If I only sell one more today, I'll be able to figure that one out because I can just minus that first one off of there and figure it out. So I can check more in a row to make sure. But so far, no double dipping. And an item sold for higher than probably 1,000 other items cheaper than mine. So, boom. Bonus plus plus right there. All right. The scan form printed last night. Yay! I think we had a decent international sales this weekend too. Let's find out. Whoops. Print. My name is Prince, and I am funky. 8. Since Friday morning, so yeah, kind of low, but better than some of the days, some of the weekends. So we're boom boom there. We're done. All right, everybody. I'm off to the post office. I gotta go to the pet store and get her some food, and then get back into my tweaking my schedule. All right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out, and I think that's everything. So hopefully we covered some good stuff there. Still at 2:05, so. And baby girls knows what time it is. And I'll see you all in the next video. Later. Baby girl.